discovered that the farm's products had never actually been tested as far as we know. The farm had never been contacted, that the state of Florida actually has no actual evidence that the farm they said caused the illnesses is to blame.
We caught up with John Moody at the Ozarks Homesteading Expo. John is one of the leading voices on food freedom and co-founder of the Rogue Food Conference. We asked John to share his thoughts on the recent announcement by the Florida Department of Health, which claims Keely Farms Dairy was responsible for 21 raw milk illnesses early this year. Here's what he had to say.
So what happened in Florida?
Yeah, so the major headline right at the moment is sometime in the past few months, there was an illness outbreak in Florida. Florida has some of the greatest access to raw milk of any state in the entire country. It's done under a pet milk license.
Oh, okay.
But it's a really effective pet milk program for raw milk farmers that allows them to sell in retail outlets as pet milk. And if people want to drink pet milk, Florida lets them. Because it's not like the cashier is going to ask you who's drinking the milk. And so there was an illness outbreak. I can't remember if it was Campylobacteria or Salmonella. And the claim, the narrative quickly became that this was because of raw milk available in Florida. And it came out over the past week or two of people digging into this case, digging into the farm that the Florida one department said was the cause, discovered that the farm's products had never actually been tested as far as we know. The farm had never been contacted, that the state of Florida actually has no actual evidence that the farm they said caused the illnesses is to blame.
That's interesting. I find it crazy in Florida, of all places, given that their governor and their government tends to be a little more freedom-minded, but maybe that's why they're looking for something.
Well, and it's a real challenge right now. In my adult life, I've only 3 times credibly been threatened with physical harm. Once was during Rona. I was in a store and a guy lost his mind.
That happened a lot.
But one of the times was I was in a behind closed door meeting in Frankfort, Kentucky, the Kentucky capital, sitting across the table from the Kentucky Dairy Association representatives and other people. Because me and some friends were working on a food freedom bill in Kentucky. This would have been 2013, 2014. And we're in this behind closed door meeting. And once any government or other people had stepped out of the room, the guys start to talk to us and they say, if you continue to push your bill, bad things are going to happen to you.
Oh my goodness.
And one of my friends goes, and this guy, John Marcack, was like, well, what do you mean so-and-so bad things are going to happen to us? And the guy gets up from his side of the table, walks over and puts his fist right in my friend John Marcack's face, threatening. And John Marcack laughs at the guy, says, are you threatening me over milk?
Raw milk that was sold from a farm in Central Florida has made 21 people sick.
And the Florida Department of Health says 6 of those people who were sick were children.
As we wrap up our conversation with John Moody, we want to be clear. No one here is dismissing the very real suffering of those who became ill. Public health must always be taken seriously. But in our own research at the Farm2Table Show, we've found no evidence that the Florida Department of Health made any effort to contact Keely Dairy Farm before publicly blaming them for this outbreak. If these 21 illnesses were fully suspected from January through August, why was no action taken to notify the farm and protect consumers sooner? The appearance is that Keely Dairy was blindsided, as they've stated, and that the public announcement came before any meaningful engagement with the farm. If the goal was truly to protect public health, wouldn't early communication and collaboration have been the first step, not a media release that damages a small family business before they could respond? In our view, this raises important questions about fairness, transparency, and due process, and it highlights why discussions like this are so vital. Our food system works best when farmers, consumers, and regulators work together to find solutions that keep people safe while respecting those who produce our food.